Ladies and gentlemen, it is post game of post game sports coming live and direct at y'all tonight with the homies. We're gonna be running down the draft picks, every draft pick, first round of the NFL draft, and we're gonna make it do what it do, baby. I got some very special guests with me tonight. SEC Sean, what it do, homie?
Man, it's one of those nights everybody looks forward to. Um, it's a long night, but there's a bunch of people's lives changed, dreams realized, and you know, uh, some NFL teams futures may change tonight. Oh, in one night, the whole outlook of a team can change.
No doubt, no doubt. I also got Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10. How you feeling tonight, homie?
Man, feeling pretty good, man. Blessed, thankful to be here with the guys, man, the homies, doing another stream and bringing it to them with this NFL 2026 live reaction of the NFL draft. I'm just anticipating everything, man. It's just good to see everyone and excited. We got some guys that's right down there in Pittsburgh, man, and they
In the
definitely
building. Big shout to the big
showing.
homie Robert Brown in the building. He started this gangster stuff. Let's go.
Yes, sir. It's good to
Yes.
be here.
And last but certainly not least, I got T1 of City League TV. How you doing, homie?
Hey, bro, you already know. You know I'm coming today, post game. You know how I get down. You know I'm about to be all over the place. I got so much energy built up in me right now. And my cup ain't clear, baby. It's colored, baby. So you already know what's going down, baby. It's after work. You know what I mean? I'm in my Della Casa. I ain't going out. I could do whatever I want to do. I could be whoever I want to be. We got the NFL draft going on. We got one of the biggest recruiting days of college football. And I love it. So y'all know I love it. This is a big recruiting day for my Buckeyes. So let me get my T Wonderful, aka Mr. Claiborne on, and then we got some viewers. They call me the Stephen A of the WTP sports dude because they know I'll be all over the place and I'll be going down. It is what it is. Let's go.
Let's
Oh, but
go.
before we get there, uh, you know, the Raiders are on the clock, but I just want to say that these fine gentlemen are some of the best sports analysts you're going to find across the world, across the pond, across the Midwest, wherever. Give them a round
Respect.
of applause.
Yeah, respect. We be doing our thing on the potty.
Yes, sir.
That,
No
that
doubt, no
that's the
doubt.
podcast, okay? The potty is the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah. Let's
For sure.
clarify that, T1. Let's
Yeah,
clarify
yeah.
that.
So just to get y'all going, when you get to enjoying yourself, and it's almost like you sitting down with on Club Shay Shay, or you feeling good and everything is right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
we
Yes,
we,
sir.
we in the potty right now. WTP Sports Dudes in the building.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
So let's start off before they make a pick, man. The Raiders on the clock. All of us expect them to take Fernando Mendoza. How do y'all see him fitting in? Does he start day one, or
let
is
me.
that some?
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, I was going to ask. Does he start day one? Do they give him the reins after their bye week? How do y'all see that going?
Hey, post game, before anybody answer that real quick, do we not see this dude chilling at the crib when we knew that he was the number 1 draft pick? How
Yes,
are
sir.
you not in Pittsburgh? Now, see, those are the things that I can't get down with, and those are the things that get me in trouble when people don't be liking me and stuff because I be pointing stuff out. So I'm gonna leave that alone. So go
Let
ahead,
me
man.
You
let
good,
me tell
bro?
you about that. I'll tell you why on that. This was brought up. I think you were off the stream that time, but he had said he was going to spend it with his family. He had talked to some other former draft picks, high draft picks, number 1, 2, 3, whatever, and they told him that if they had it to do, they wouldn't go to the draft because they when you get drafted, you have about 10 minutes with your family, and then they put you on a plane and you're gone to the city that drafted you.
The number one draft pick in the NFL draft. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, SEC Sean.
That's what he
I
said.
understand that they saying that. I know. I get that part of it. But one thing I can say for sure, if that was anybody else, it'd be a big problem. But since it ain't nobody else, everything is fine and dandy. That's why they don't like me, y'all. I point all of the BS out, and that's BS.
To answer your question, Post, is I don't think he starts day one. I don't see it. I don't think he starts day one. I think he comes in and learns, and we're gonna see. Maybe he takes over after the bye week. Maybe he sits for a year. So we're just going to have to see.
Hey, who was that? What was that name down there?
I was retro old man, and before we even continue and go, man, we gotta thank Post, man, Ben the Air, all the way from South Bend, coming and host this live reaction on his Thursday evening show. He normally comes in with the respected or checker, but he coming at us with the live NFL Draft 2026 reaction show tonight. And we got some Raider fans in here. We see Tim Madison, one of my guys. That's actually the guy, the barber, who got your boy Mossberg right on the cut this afternoon, I would say. I appreciate you on the cut as well with everybody else tuning in. That's retro old school, man. Said, is that Samuel L. Jackson, Steven from Django? We appreciate everyone tuning in.
Hey, y'all actually could have left that down. Like, if y'all like we have people like, I'm cool with like comedy stuff right now. Like, we're doing the NFL draft and we're talking about the draft. And I don't know who that was, but like I said, I'm used to those type of things because I point out things. So I just pointed that out right there too. So we gotta know how to control things when things come in.
Y'all, can we please get to the analysis?
Go ahead.
Come on, y'all.
I was off.
You good,
I wasn't
bro?
talking.
You good, bro? You good, bro? What do y'all think Fernando Mendoza is going to start day one, or can y'all see him transition into the starter after the bye week? How do y'all think that plays out with Kirk Cousins? Go ahead, T1.
No, I don't think he starts day one, but being the number one draft pick, you're supposed to start. So I don't know how he's not going to start. But no.
I think with the additions, my bad to cut you off. I was about to say that the additions that they made, you know, they brought in a whole slew of players. Last year we seen them make some additions on the defensive side, but this year there's been an overload on the offensive side with a sprinkle or two of defense. So I think this Raiders team, I think that he'll come in and be off the bench. I think if they select him one, I think if Kirk Cousins make a few mistakes early, I think Mendoza definitely gets his shot. I think the Raiders are definitely looking to build for the future when you talk about adding a guy like Fernando Mendoza. If you think about it, the last two seasons, I believe one loss. College resume is impeccable in what he's done. So
the pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. And they take Fernando, y'all.
As expected.
Absolutely.
And that's a question too. Like, has there really been an argument about a number one overall draft pick quarterback being the starter from day one? Because he's going to get the bag, and they pay you because they believe that you can come in and turn that franchise around. So what other number one overall draft as a quarterback was questioned about if he was going to start or not, and especially when there's no quarterback at that team?
That's a great question, but do you see? Because I kind of feel like I think this draft class of quarterbacks is weak, and I think that has a lot to do with Fernando Mendoza going one and them signing Kirk Cousins. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm with you all the way with that post game.
If this was a Peyton Manning, if this was an Andrew Luck, guys like that, I don't think they go sign a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I think they just let them go off the barrel. You feel me?
I feel you. Hey, look, I'm gonna give you one better than that. Who's the second quarterback off the board? That's gonna tell you how weak this quarterback draft class is. Coming from a former quarterback, although I didn't go past the high school level, but I played that QB position at a high level, so I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Moss tackle that. Who the second QB, Moss?
Come on, man. You know, Ty's my guy. You know, I just think Ty Simpson, when you're talking about a quarterback, if you look at everything that went on after the loss to Florida State, my team, you know, everyone looked at his season as, who is this guy? What is he going to do after these first few games of Alabama? But as we've seen, come to the season's end, he goes in, he's draft eligible. They're not just talking about him for no reason. I like Ty. That's my guy, and I'm sticking to it. And I think he'll have a better career overall than Mendoza. It's my opinion. I feel like Ty's that guy. That's next. You give him the right quarterback to be behind and learn a few things from. I think he'll be great.
That's what's up.
You got anything on that, SEC?
Well, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at. That's why you bring in Cousins, I think, to mentor him for the first, either the first whole year or until the bye, or that's just where I think we're sitting with that. I just don't think he's. I think you're right. I think it is a weak quarterback draft, but I do think that Simpson is the second off the board. I could see a scenario. I wouldn't be surprised that the third would for Arizona to go backwards to trade that pick down.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely hope they don't take Jeremiah Love. I want Jeremiah Love to go somewhere where they at least have their franchise quarterback in place, like a Cam Ward. T-Wine, there's been a lot of talk about Arvell Reese and the Jets with this second pick. Also the pass rusher from Texas Tech. Where do you see the Jets going with this pick? You think they take Reese, or you think they take the kid from Texas Tech?
I hope they do go with Reese. You know what I mean? Because as I said, earlier, this is one of the biggest recruiting days in college football. And Ohio State is in a great position for some of these young high school athletes to see the benefits of going to a school like Ohio State. And that's the only reason why you go to a school like Ohio State, so that you can have the chance to become a first rounder or even just get drafted into the NFL. It's not always about being a first rounder, but we've heard Ryan Day say that he recruits first and second rounders. If you're not a first or second rounder, don't even think about coming to Ohio State. So, because if you miss a little bit and you stick around, you just might go in the third or fourth. But the ceiling is the first round, and we have 4 potential players, and I hope that we have the first one coming off the board right now. This is the big recruiting day for the Ohio State Buckeyes.
I feel that 100%. There's been a lot of talk about David Bailey and Arvell Reese and the direction the Jets are going to go with this pick. You got anything on that? Oh, hold on, y'all. The pick is in.
Look, that's what I was hoping we can get started a little quicker on the next pick and talk about those before they come in.
Yep, they select David Bailey. They take the pass rusher from Texas Tech. What's your thoughts on that, Mossberg?
Man, I think this is a game changer in a draft. I think if you really think about it, a lot of people felt that Arvell Reese was going to really be off the board right here with this second pick. But I think this goes to show that the Jets are trying to get ready right now. They need a defensive tackle. They need that defensive end to come in and put that pressure. I think this gives their defensive line the ability to stunt and maybe some more things. So David Bailey going to the Jets, I think he can definitely come in and be stout up front and definitely be a wrecker in this NFL with his speed, strength, and we can't forget about the length that he brings with those hands.
What you got, SEC?
Yeah, I mean, all along we've done mock drafts. I've had a lot of the picks for the Jets in our mocks, and I've always had Reese going second. But I don't think you can go wrong either way. I like this kid. I like this selection. I think that pretty much gives you that dominant edge rusher you need. I'm not going to say a Myles Garrett type, but that one that can take away one whole side, that you got to double team him coming off the edge.
Do y'all think, T1, I wanted you to go last because, of course, you locked in with the Buckeyes. But do y'all think it was a case where Arvell Reese was more raw and David Bailey was more ready to go day one? What's your thoughts on that, homie?
I don't really know, but what I do know is I was paying attention to the mock drafts, and for the past week and a half, they had Bailey going number 2, and I saw it so much that it made me think that was going to happen, because I saw it a lot, because before that, everything was Reese going number 2. You know what I mean? Everything was Reese going number 2, and then, you know me, I'm looking like, hey, where Bailey come from? You know what I mean? This was supposed to be Reese's spot. So, it wasn't, and we expect him to be coming off the board here at pick number 3.
Yeah.
What y'all think the Cardinals are going to do? I'm going to start with you, SEC. Cardinals, do you think they're going to trade this pick? I hope they don't take Jeremiah Love, but go ahead.
I don't see him taking, I don't see him taking Love here. If they don't trade out of this pick and go back, I think they're taking Reese. It's just what I think. I think those were the top 3 players coming into this draft. I would say they take Reese or they trade out, one of the two. That's what I've got for the Cardinals.
I like that, Sean. I like that.
What you got, Moss?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised. When you think of these Arizona Cardinals, they need somebody that could really, regardless if it's on the offensive side or defensive side, to turn this franchise around. It's many players right now that you can build around. I'm sorry, Post. It's a lot of love out here. I hope they don't get Jeremiah Love, but I think Arvell Reese hooks back up with this fellow Buckeye, Maserati Marv, and I think they get something started. One on the defensive side, one on the offensive side. They've made the switch up, and I think Arizona have to build up. They can't build for nothing right now because we see what they have and we know how good they could be if they build around what they have on the defensive side first. I think they may get Arvell Reese.
What you got?
And that's why I say
Arizona's needs are quarterback, tackle, and edge are their top 3 needs.
So what, they gonna take Simpson here? Anybody got Simpson going this high?
No, Simpson ain't go. Boy, that'd be some Raider stuff from back in the day right there, boy.
I'll just say a team like Arizona with, like, actually they need a lot. They need a lot. You know what I mean? The positions that they need is, you almost could say, every single position, and mainly quarterback, but this is not a quarterback draft. So I say they take the best player available.
So I think it would be a hell of a pick if they went Mr. Reese. I think this is one of the teams that could wait next season to get their quarterback of the future and let the guy. Man, what's Arizona's quarterback name? I'm sorry, y'all.
Murray.
No.
You talking about
in Minnesota.
College.
Who?
You talking about college? You talking about Arizona's college quarterback or Arizona Cardinals?
NFL.
Cardinals since Murray left.
Murray.
They got a backup.
No, Murray in Minnesota. Who's the guy who was?
So they traded him after the season.
Who's the? Yeah, Murray in Minnesota.
They had Brissett when Murray went down. They had Brissett.
There you go, Brissett. Yeah, I think you let Brissett cook for another year. I know he holding out. He wants some more money if he's gonna be the starter, and I don't blame him at all for that. But I mean, I think Arvell Reese would be a hell of a pick right here. You need some defense. The Cardinals' defense is absolute trash. You can build around a guy like Arvell Reese who can come off the edge and give you some sack production. You can probably move him around all over the field. So I think Arvell Reese would be a great pick here.
That rookie. Hey, time out. That rookie Denzel Burke didn't look too bad on that Arizona defense. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. He ain't look too bad on that Arizona Carter defense.
I was waiting on you because I know y'all out there. I know y'all a little bit of everywhere, but
we everywhere. You already know it.
Real quick, just on the David Bailey, just thinking about him, I think, watching his highlights, think about his 2-year resume put together as this pick come in. I'm gonna let you take it, Post. Think about Bailey's 2 years that he put together.
Yeah, I think they gotta go Bailey here. They might surprise us and go O-line, but I think
turn off the draft post game. Turn off the draft.
Ooh.
Both. I was gonna say that too, but I said take the best player on the board. So therefore, Arizona must have thought that the best player on the board was Jeremiah Love. And we know what he brings to the table, and he brings a lot. And if you have a quarterback that can get Maserati Marv that ball, and you got a running back there that you can either hand it off to or dump it off to him, you want to something, Arizona. You want to something, Arizona. I like that. I like that way better than Arvell Reese or whoever else they might would have got post game. I'm sorry, but not sorry because that's still your dude. He was going to go to Tennessee. That's not your squad. So I like where he went post game. Can we go to you next with this? Because we need to hear from you.
Yeah, this your boy. We got to hear from you.
Listen, I'm absolutely ecstatic that Jeremiah Love goes in the top 3. That's not only is he a great player, right? That dude is actually a really good dude, a really good young man. He's not going to give you any off the field problems. I think he's going to be an extraordinary player out of that backfield with his receiving ability and his ability to run the ball. I just hope Arizona has the type of offensive line who can create holes for him. I don't want him to get beat up early in his career.
He's gonna be all right.
But I'm just so happy for that kid, man. He really deserves this. A running back going top 3. I'm ecstatic. I would have liked to see him go to Tennessee, but top 3, man, I can't be mad at it.
So why post game? Why would you like for him to be in Tennessee other than Arizona? Because I think this is a beautiful match. And then once they get that QB out there, now they have some pieces to put together to where they can have one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL. So y'all remember I told y'all that tonight.
No, as far as
this pick, I love this pick. And we never saw it coming.
As far as their offense goes, I mean, you talk about your boy Marv Harrison Jr., you talk about Jeremiah Love. I love that pairing. Those are some nasty weapons to have. But me personally, I'm not mad at the pick. I would just rather I wanted him to go where the franchise already had their franchise quarterback. We know Jacoby Brissett, he's a good player, but he's going to be a bridge quarterback until Arizona is able to get their franchise QB.
Yeah.
That was the only difference for me.
Well, you just put some pressure on Ward over there in Tennessee because just with you saying that, I want to see how he elevates that Tennessee Titans team. And I wonder if Rob is upset about this pick because he wanted Love in Tennessee. So I would love to know if Rob, he's there in Pittsburgh right now. I would love to have seen his face when that pick came in.
No, go ahead, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say that was my next question is like, how y'all think Rob feel right now?
Right.
Man, he turning over, man. I think he really wanted Jeremiah Love. He voiced his opinion about that heavily. We thought they would, definitely be there to get him. He was there, but I think this Cardinals situation for Jeremiah Love could be something special. I know you don't like it, Post. Just in the last 10,
you feel me, Moss?
Yeah, just in the last 10 years.
I don't love it.
Yeah, just in the last 10 years.
His last name is Love. Come on, man.
Yeah, if you look at the last 10 years, I think he actually has the ability in his first 3 to 4 seasons to have the most rushing yards in the last 10 to 15 years in Arizona Cardinals history in an early Cardinal career, and can possibly revamp this team in that NFC as well as this nice and sunny over there in that desert. So the it's right for him with the weather. And I seen Adrian Peterson up close, for my birthday weekend. When you see him up close live, you think of the running back Adrian Peterson, but I think he's so much more special with what he can be.
Hey, y'all,
Seeing that he's
real quick,
watched greats.
Moss, real quick. The Titans gonna be coming up in a few, so we might want to be trying to talk about who we think they're about to pick up, because this draft just shook up right there with Love going right there to the Cardinals.
I think they got to go Reese here. I think they. I think they do, man. They need defensive help, and they need it in the worst way. Go ahead.
But they were gonna go offense with this number 4 pick. So with them not being able to get Love, do they now switch over to the defense, or do they try to find the best offensive player that's still available and out here?
I think they going D. I think if Love didn't make it to him, they got to pick up your boy Arvell Reese. What SEC, Sean? What you got, man?
Well, Tennessee's needs are edge, guard, and wide receiver. But I think you got to go defense here. I think you got to go Reese. Maybe you go Styles here.
I'm gonna call Carnell Tate.
If you can't get Love, if you couldn't get Love,
excellent pick. Go ahead, my bad.
I think Reese.
Here we come, y'all.
There's Tate.
They took Tate.
They took Carnell Tate. This whole Arvell
Mossford.
Try to tell y'all they stayed on the offensive end. Y'all want to listen. They stayed on the offensive end, and that was the next best offensive player. He was supposed to be going to Cleveland. So y'all know that I'm upset now. We missed our Buckeye, so now Cleveland gonna get an offensive tackle. We missed, and that's what I was gonna say too. I was gonna say, off of what you was talking about post game and talking about Tennessee having a franchise player. So why wouldn't you want to get you one of those Buckeye wide receivers that you know that's gonna go out there and lay it on the line for you and do what he got to do to be great? I love this. I love what the Cardinals just did. I love what the Titans just did. I'm loving this right here, but I'm pissed off. For real. Man. I wanted to see him in that Cleveland Browns uniform.
Listen,
and they were trying to drop him down and everything.
Listen, you and Moss were absolutely right. I did not foresee Arvell Reese falling to 5 or even later, potentially later, because the Giants are up next. And I think they got the 5th and 10th pick, fellas. What do you think they're gonna do here?
They definitely gonna get Reese. Because he is, and y'all got to understand too. People been out here battling with Reese and Sonny. Reese and Sonny may be teammates, but some people saying that Sonny should go before Reese. But but Reese is just as good, and so it should be a Buckeye, man. But I'm loving this draft right now, and I actually haven't been this excited and this early in the first round in a long time. I'm loving these last 2 picks, like for real. I think those were some dynamic picks.
Yeah, Carnell Tate reminds me of Devontae Adams.
Monster, man. He's a monster.
He's special, y'all.
I told y'all that was the first mock when we picked. They said, Moss, you putting Tate with the Titans. I said that's gonna be receiver number 1. I think that's Cam's weapon. And you talking about a specimen. Wait till his offseason training workouts. But I think right here with the Giants, I think they might go with a offensive tackle. I think they might go get Big Boy from Miami.
Francis Manoa.
Yes, sir.
In our last mock draft, I mocked him here.
They're looking. Their needs are guard, wide receiver, cornerback. I don't see him going cornerback here because they've got the 10th pick, and you can get Mansour Delane or somebody right there at that pick.
Yeah.
So where do they go? If you know you can get your cornerback at 10, do you go best available? And who do you have graded best available?
What if they trade?
I'd say Arvell Reese, and I think I could say, I might say him for every pick until he's drafted, until I get one right.
What if they possibly what if they possibly trade to try to pair that 9-10 pick, the back-to-back pick, some kind of way where they making sure, because I don't think where they at they want, like, I think they want what's available, but I think they still feel that if they make this trade down, a couple more teams will get exactly what they want, and so will New York on a back-to-back swing. I don't know. But
what about Caleb Downs? Can Caleb Downs go this high?
Yeah. I don't see why he couldn't. He should be able to. I mean, when you think about his season, you think about, you played at Alabama, you go to Ohio State, you're a specimen. You're the greatest. I mean, I'm not going to say greatest. We look at you as the best player in the secondary over the last 2 years, hands down. So I think it's definitely a team where he could go to this high in the draft, as well as any Buckeye that's on the board as well, when it comes to Arvell Reese talking about that defense.
How far do y'all think Ruben Bain is going to fall tonight?
That's a good question. Just based on you're seeing Reese fall, I think Reese goes ahead of Bain, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was way ahead of Bain.
Yeah.
So you're seeing Reese fall. I don't know where Bain goes. Obviously later on, but the Bailey pick, I could see that didn't really do much. Love is the one that threw this whole draft into a wide open chaos
sir.
now.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
Now
and then Tate came along and messed it up, man. He was supposed to be going to. Everybody had him going to Cleveland. Nobody had him going before Cleveland.
Hold on. T1, Cleveland just traded the 6th pick to Kansas City.
Right, because now we pissed off. I'm pissed off. We don't need it. We could drop back. Anybody want to give us something, we'll drop back. There's enough receivers in this draft to get a nice receiver in this first round. That's a great move.
Yeah. What you say,
SEC?
I said they really traded that pick.
Yeah, Kansas City is picking 6 now.
Yeah, they keep moving up the board.
Kansas City go?
So where did Cleveland drop to?
9.
9.
This is what gets me is, think about it. All the talk you'd heard about the Chiefs may move up to get Love, but that's not an option now. So what are you moving?
They gotta be about to get one of them Buckeye linebackers, because right now it's like you want to get the best thing available, and I can't see Kansas City looking for a wide receiver and moving up to get that, or even an offensive tackle. I see it going on the defensive end and getting the best available defensive player.
They moved up to get Caleb.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
because all it takes, y'all got to understand. Yeah. Once a team falls in love with you, that's all that matters. So now they're looking, and now this draft has been thrown into shambles for real. So everybody should be panicking and trying to figure out if they're going to be able to get their guy. When they came in tonight, they had their guy on the board, and some guys then dropped off way too early. We just now getting started.
Just remember, Kansas City just lost a safety in the offseason. So when you're talking about Kansas City moving up, when they seen an inch, I think they took a mile with this moving up, and they're getting Caleb Downs. I think it'll be surprising. They might get Bang here. We know Harbaugh loves defensive tackles getting after the quarterback. We know what he did with Hutchinson. We know what questions surrounded him. Pick is coming in. It's just a good draft so far, man. I like what's going on. especially with those trades that's been made. I think, that just gives the draft, and I think you could really put players in a way where they could fit and be best for that team, possibly.
Man, I think they may take the tackle here.
You going tackle?
Yeah, I think they need off. They got to protect their quarterback. They got to protect Dart. They got two top 10 picks.
I agree with that. But can you still get a tackle at the end?
They took Arvell Reese. They took Arvell Reese.
Wow.
What you got on this, Ty? Arvell Reese to the Giants, bro, and that's crazy because they got edge rushers.
But you got to remember, he's a linebacker. They've been talking about putting him on the edge. He don't have to be on the edge. Yeah. He don't have to be in the edge. He can be right there or at that mic or will. You know what I mean? Like he does not have to be on the edge, but he's so versatile. You know what I mean? He's extremely versatile, and that's what the Giants just did right there. They just took the best available player, and they got another Buckeye. That's 2 Buckeyes in 5 picks. I'm loving what I'm seeing tonight for recruiting. It's just a beautiful day, man.
Do we remember Landon Collins from Alabama? I played at New York Giants.
Nope, never heard of him.
Landon Collins. For me, this pick right here,
go ahead.
This pick right here kind of reminds me of how Arvell Reese could really be that chess piece on this Giants defense. You talking about
Collins? Was Collins a linebacker, Moss?
You could put Collins was a safety. He was hybrid. He played up on linebacker. He even was able to come up on a line and spy as a defensive end. When I'm talking about the Giants defense, they opened up that defensive playbook. I think this is what you can see now this coming season with Arvell Reese added. You're talking about a queen, a king, every piece on the chessboard that could be lethal all at the same time with one move. This is Arvell Reese. We haven't seen it, so I think we about to see something special in the NFL this year. Arvell Reese at the Giants.
What you got on this pick, SEC?
As I said, Arvell Reese was going to be the next pick, so I got one right. Of course, he was supposed to be picked 2, 3, 4, 2, but whatever. I think the Giants are fixing to have a killer defense because I think they're going defense at 10 too.
Who you got your eye on at 10?
I've got them going.
They better not have Caleb out there. I'll tell you that. Or Sonny. They better not have Caleb or Sonny.
That's just what I see.
Or Bain.
You got Reese. You've already got some edge rushers there. You get you a lot.
Yeah, they don't need Bain. My fault.
And bam, it's done. And that's just that's where I see them going.
But then again, my fault, Sean. You could put some of those edges on the inside too, so they could get a Bain too.
But that's the difference with Reese. You can move him around, but then you get a lockdown corner, and now you've secured one half of the field. What did everybody talk about?
Who's the number one corner?
Messer Delay.
Yeah, he's the number one corner in the draft.
Where's he out of post? LSU.
DBU.
DBU.
Yeah.
Man, you might want to go check our stats, man. We put a whole lot of DBs out there too. It ain't just wide receivers. I mean, go back in the last. Just add it up. Y'all might got it. They might got us by 1 or 2, but I promise you, we right there. And first rounders. We got a lot of first round DBs that went out here in the last 15 years.
Fellas.
I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you every wide receiver and DBU. You can have wide receiver they're taking DBU.
Fellas, listen. What is Kansas City doing? Because they moved up to 6.
They getting Caleb Downs right now.
Yeah, Caleb or Sonny? Or are they getting Baines? Like I said, it depends on who they fell in love with. Out of those players, they fell in love with somebody, and we're going to find out who they like. In just a hot second, we're going to find it out. And I like this draft right here.
This is
So the
hard to
Browns
predict.
got the ninth, the third round pick, and a fifth round pick in this year's draft.
Say that again. Say that again.
The Browns got the ninth overall, the Kansas City's third round pick.
Oh, for this year too? Oh man, come on, man. Come on, man. I love it. I love it. Hey, look, Cleveland could possibly, because gotta remember, they picked up some linemen in free agency. So Cleveland could possibly take two receivers. I'm gonna say that quietly because I know it might sound a little bit crazy, but I'm just saying this is a deep wide receiver draft. I get two of them for them, unless there's a great tight end out here or something. But I think we already got a good tight end. We ain't got to worry about that. I get two of these receivers in the first. We got linemen. Here we go.
Wow.
Let's go.
Okay.
I
Didn't
think
see
they
that
might
coming.
surprise us and get. Yeah, I was
So-
about to say I think they might get Mansour Delane at corner because they got that safety.
Wow.
Wow.
So I think I had Mansour Delane going top 10. I didn't have him going 6. Obviously, that's why Kansas City moved up.
Somebody called it. Somebody called it.
I think he definitely has to. I think this is a big pick for Kansas City. You got to think
Washington's
Mahomes
already
is
got
out.
their pick in.
Yeah, Mahomes is out. So I think this actually gives their defense the chance to get better while Mahomes is out. And when Mahomes come back, could this Kansas City team still be on track to do some dangerous things? In the AFC, they're building that defense, and we know what they did offensively. So,
Real quick on Delane. I don't know. I know y'all watch all kinds of football, but I know I watch probably more SEC games than anybody else.
Absolutely.
This kid was must watch on the field. He was insane in every game he played.
No doubt. No doubt. This is a
And
huge
Kansas City fell in love with him. They fell in love with him, and he up out of here.
Yep.
I hated him because he was shutting down a whole A&M receiving core. I hated him. But
Yeah, they loved him.
Of a ball player.
I second that. They loved him so much they moved up to get him. Make sure they got him. This is a great pick by Kansas City.
yeah.
Does anybody know where he was?
The front office.
Does anybody know where he was projected to go?
He was
around 10.
Yeah, he could go anywhere. Let's see the board. He could have went anywhere between 7 to 12.
Okay, so they had him. Okay, so they had him right there. So this was his ceiling, and he hit that ceiling and got that bag. Congratulations, young man.
No doubt.
Like we said, if a team falls in love with you, they're going to do what they can to go get you.
Facts.
And I'm not for one, I do not like the Kansas City Chiefs, but I'm not going to argue with their run of success, and that front office over there knows what they're doing, putting teams together. So I'm not going to argue against them.
For sure. Do y'all think, oh man, would y'all would have made this pick with Caleb Downs still on the board?
I know the Commanders. Those were one of the teams that really, really liked Caleb Downs at that 10th spot and was hoping and praying that he would fall down there to him. So let's see how that works out. But who knows if they thought that Sonny Styles would still be available at 10.
I think it was a great pick for Kansas City. I think it was good. I think the thing that they seen was his cover skill. I think the fact that he can cover receivers all over the field. You could go look at his tape, like SEC Sean said. I watch LSU. It's a team I've always watched. That kid can flat out play. He's elite since high school. He came into LSU with speed. And you're talking about a kid that's still young and growing and learning the game, but already NFL ready, as we see Kansas City move up the board to get what they want.
What do y'all think Washington is going to do here with the 7th pick?
Man,
it got it. I got three. What is it? Baines, Styles, or Downs?
So you think they're going
I
defense?
see them going defense, yeah, because I think they're okay on offense. I don't think
Yeah.
they're as bad on offense as defense, and we know they need. What's the positions of help that they need?
Give me 1 second. I'll let you know.
Hey, man,
Wide receiver, cornerback, center.
me Makai
Oh,
Lemon.
well, they said all offense. So
Is that Jerome Bettis?
Yes, sir. The bus out there.
Yeah.
I'm going hard like Jerome Bettis.
Y'all know where y'all know the bus was built in South Bend, right?
Yes,
No
sir.
doubt, all day, and Junior there too, right?
Yes,
Ain't
indeed.
Junior there?
Yes, sir.
Post game? Yeah,
Yes,
Junior
sir.
there too. So yeah, big respect, man.
Man, the Legend Hall of Fame bus.
I ain't mad about none of that.
I think they go Makai Lemon, man. I don't know what it is. I think the Redskins go Makai Lemon. I think they really missing a deep threat.
Commanders.
You know,
They went Sonny
Commanders.
Styles.
Ooh.
They went Sonny. Sonny.
Hey, we gotta look. I don't know how it is for everybody else's, but you gotta you like a little bit ahead of me, and I don't know if we might be ahead of people, but if they watching us and listening to us and ahead of the TV, that's cool too. Maybe that might help us out, but I don't know if it help us or hurt us.
It's all good. They
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey,
What do you watch on post game?
ESPN.
That's what I'm on, and you're ahead of me still.
Yeah, I'm on ESPN too, but I'm alumni, baby. And we out here making them doughs. If you want to make some money and you don't want nobody dancing all in your video and trying to get you to come and be a recruit, come on over to Ohio State, baby. We'll get you some money, baby. We'll get you some cars, baby.
TY, you crazy, man.
I'm just me, man.
Talk about this pick, though. What does Sonny Styles bring to that Commander defense?
Athleticism. You know what I mean? Athleticism. You know, I played high school football against his dad, and his dad was a monster, man. His dad went on to play at Ohio State, but his dad was a monster, and I have to give big shots out to the Styles family for those young men that they created. They created some monsters because young Styles gonna get some money too. You know what I mean? Lorenzo gonna get some money too, and I saw him on the red carpet. Go ahead, baby.
What position did they pops play?
He played linebacker. Yeah, he played linebacker, and he played linebacker at Ohio State as well.
Runs in the family.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And listen here, when I say he was a dog, he was a dog. You hear me? He was a straight dog. What you want as a linebacker, like just a straight dog, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when we play Independence, I had to make sure I knew where he was at. You hear me? So yeah, salute to the Styles family, man. Beautiful, beautiful fit. I pray that he go there and turn that defense around. His athleticism is what's going to make him great in the NFL, and I see him being an even better NFL player than he was college player.
Hey, shout out to my man Renee Martinez in the chat. What it do, homie? I can't wait to see you Saturday at Blue and Gold. And as always, I really appreciate your support, my man. How you doing?
Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Y'all got y'all spring game this Saturday, post game?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Moss,
yes,
you ain't going? Didn't you go last year?
I ain't going.
I went to a fan.
I went. Listen. Let's get this clear on the air.
I thought you was
NFL
a fan.
draft. My brother is a die-hard Notre Dame fan. He took Big Bro to South Bend to the game against NC State. Best experience I ever had. I felt like a recruit. I am a die-hard Florida State Seminoles fan, and we opted out for our spring game. But as we on this NFL draft, I think this was a great pick with Sonny Styles. And the reason I say this is I think you bring not just IQ, high level of IQ, but I think you bring opportunity to the defense.
What's up, man?
You know, so for me, I think this is a great pick. We see it with the likes of the defensive end. Young a few years ago was doing that at Washington before he had his injury. So I think, he'll be a special addition to this Washington defense, and that can make some turnovers happen this season. And I think that's something I was missing last year for Washington, being able to turn that ball over to their offense.
Before we get to the Saints, Renee, you got to give me the exclusive with Always Irish, my man. You got to give me that exclusive, dog. But what do y'all think the Saints are looking at? Or can we see the second receiver get off the board here? What you got, SEC?
I got Malachi Lemon coming off the board right here.
I can see that. I can see that. And on the defensive side, it's Caleb. It's either Caleb or Lemon. I like that, Sean. I'm rocking with you on the offensive end with that one.
I think if they go defense here, I think they go Bang if they go defense.
Man, he right there in SEC territory. So, hey, like I said, I'm loving this draft because I ain't seen not too many of these choices, man, that they're coming up with. And usually it kind of falls in line a little bit. It really don't get too far off course. The only thing got off course last year was Shador. But other than that, everything else was pretty much, what people was talking about in the mock drafts and all of that. But this one right here, this one is everywhere. There's nobody who has this one. And I think they may be having some, and some people may be having a correct top 10s and all of that stuff. I can't see nobody with a correct top 10 with this mock draft right here, with this draft.
It's been unpredictable a little bit, man. That's for sure. Thank you, Renee. I'm definitely gonna get up with y'all, man, and I appreciate you to the fullest, homie. Much love.
I think they may go Mesidor.
One of the others.
I think they may go Mesidor with this pick. I think when you lose a Cam Hayward, someone, you talking about an all-pro veteran that's been doing damage since he was, from Pittsburgh to New Orleans, from Heinz Field to Bourbon Street. But I think they look at Akeem Mesidor. Him or Bang could be getting a number call. I think this draft is getting real good when you think of the trade that's been made by the Chiefs with the Browns. And I think the Browns is trying to make sure that they get these picks and build in this franchise right. If you looked at Deshaun Watson, he looked pretty good, in training camp. So I would like to see them both. Whatever people say, it's all good in Cleveland. Deshaun looking good, Shador looking good. It would be great to see two black QBs in Cleveland doing what they do best with the game of football. Outside of that, I think Mesidor gets called to the Saints.
Over Bang?
I'm gonna say either or. I don't think you could go wrong with either one, because me being a Florida State fan, when they played us, it was crazy. Which either or was in the backfield, and I continued to watch them throughout the season. Either or was in the backfield. They both bring pain. I don't see what they talk about the short arms and Bang, but that kid can fly.
His arms are short, bro. They measure.
Listen, T-Rex is one of the most dangerous dinosaurs ever, and that guy got those little nubs, and he's a stone.
T-Rex ain't never played football though, man, and you need some long arms, and we understand that he's talented, but guess what? When you got a 6'8", 6'6" offensive lineman with a 7.5 inch wingspan, like, dude, them little arms will not cut it in the NFL, man. So there's a reason, but we're gonna figure it out.
But I'll tell you this: after watching him up close with A&M, you're right on the arm length and the arm length for the tackles and stuff. But that dude's got one hell of a bend.
Yeah.
God, he can bend.
He getting low.
Oh no, I got that. I get all of that. I get all of that.
I'm taking him on my limbo team.
And you know what? Oh, did we get that music? I heard that music. And Postgame, I wanted to give you a shout out because I heard you throw that them bells for the pick in coming in earlier in the podcast, man. Big ups for getting it together and doing what we got to do to make sure that we official like a referee whistle, baby.
Wow.
Yes,
No, I can't take credit for that. That was Moss. That was Moss.
Moss been out here working. Moss. Hey, Moss. You
Hey.
better be ready to work for City League come when this football season come because it's really about to go down. Like this where it's about to take off. You better be ready to get to work. You ain't
Hold
got
on,
to go
y'all.
to no games. I need
Yeah,
to do what
I
you
know.
doing.
Hold on,
We got
y'all.
We got action.
So with the 8th pick, the Saints take Jordan Thompson, wide receiver out of Arizona State. Ew.
Offense.
I figured they'd go wide receiver. I thought Lemon would be off the board here due to Tyson and his he's had some injuries in college. So I thought Lemon would surpass him. But hey, I don't think you can go wrong either way. This kid's electric too. It's just health was his biggest problem.
Yep.
Yeah, this my guy, man. I love me some Jordan Tyson, man. When you think of the name Tyson, how could you have the name Jordan Tyson together and not be great? This boy getting his name called for a reason. He's going to be a heavyweight or NFL Sunday. I'm going to call him my wide receiver rookie of the year.
So when
Early
he goes up and
on draft night.
and catches on somebody, he didn't moss him. He just Jordan them, right? He just dunked on him.
Oh, he mossed him. He Mossberged him.
Oh, here we go. I'm muting on that one.
I'm calling it like I see it.
I mean,
I was mossing people before they called it mossing.
You pair him with the wide receiver from Ohio State, and Tyler Shuck had a promising rookie year.
Yeah.
I really like what they doing on offense in New Orleans. I really do. Remember they signed the running back from Jackson, Travis. He said his name is HN, not ETN. But I mean, that offense can be really explosive. Shout out to One Take Zay in the chat.
Hold up, time out.
I like Tyson and Olave together. Absolutely, homie.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Any wide receiver that would have went to New Orleans with Olave. That's because they even talked about Tate dropping down to there, and they was like, "What if they had 2 Buckeyes?" But that's a great pick. I want to know who my Brownies is gonna pick. Y'all talk back to me because I still want a receiver, but I think they might go offensive tackle. Because have we had an offensive tackle drafted yet?
Nope.
No.
And they had the offensive tackles already getting gone. I might drop down again if I'm Cleveland. If I'm Cleveland, I might drop down again. Who got something they want to give me? You can come get this right now. I'm selling it right now. If I'm Cleveland, I'm selling this right now. Who got something and want to give me something because I want to build? And it's still a whole lot of candy out there on the table.
Yeah.
I think,
quick on. Go ahead.
I think One Take said it right here.
Yep.
I had Tyson going to go to the Browns and Lemon going to the.
He would have. He wouldn't have just got. Man. So we about to get Lemon.
I think so.
I want to see how bad the Rams want Lemon, because if they want Lemon, they better trade right now.
Pick's already in.
Right now, they better trade. Real quick,
Let's go.
I think that's Jordan Tyson. If we could have seen,
you gotta get Shador some help, baby.
If we
you gotta get him some help. We done already looked at I don't know if y'all know or not, but we done got some we done pulled some people in on the line. We got new linemen.
Yeah, I saw that.
We all right. We can build all around that. Now it's like get him some weapons. Get him some weapons and I'll go offense on both of these picks. And if they want to, somebody could get this pick. If somebody really, really wanted a player, they could get this pick from me. If I was Barry, they could get this pick from me. I ain't sliding down too much further down, but they could get this pick from me if you're gonna give me another, second or third rounder, 5th rounder. Shoot them through, man.
What you got, Moss?
I think they go Mekhi Lemon. I'm with Zay. I think this was they pick all alone. The whole time they've been moving to make sure that they get him, knowing the other teams wouldn't get him as that receiver, knowing how teams felt about Jordan Tyson. I think he brings a special ability to Cleveland. They still have ability to get more picks as well. So I think they need to just build and continue to build. Junkins did great things in his rookie campaign. I think it could be the same thing with Lemon.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a pickup if they got Makai Lemon here.
Is there an offensive lineman that
For
at
instance,
this point right now
Yeah.
Cleveland cannot miss on, and they should take them right now? Is there one of those out there right now?
well, pick it, man, and y'all took the tackle from Utah, Spencer Fano.
Fano.
Yep.
That's a
And there,
no,
and there you have it. And there you have it. So is he? Y'all help me out, because y'all know outside of Ohio State and the Big Ten, I know nothing.
no, this was a hell of a pick, brother. There is
Okay.
nothing to be upset about. This is a
And
great
y'all
pick.
heard what I said. Is there offensive tackle or offensive lineman that is worthy of this position? And is that the best one in the league right now? We got the best of the best to protect Shador.
I mean, you could go with a couple as far as best of the best here, but
So we just wasted a pick.
no,
No, sir.
Hell no,
Hell
y'all
no.
ain't wasting no.
You could take, there was 3 probably offensive tackles that could have gone here. Any
Yeah.
of them are about, it's just who did they like the best? They liked Fano.
Exactly.
He's a hell of a tackle. There's going to be another tackle coming off the
I
board
think-
from Utah here shortly.
So now they about
got a
to
hell of
start coming. Them offensive linemen about to start coming.
Yeah, I
Now,
think
in
this.
a little bit, they're going to hit a run for them for sure. Because as you get deeper into the first round, these are teams that don't have as many glaring needs. They just need here and there, like your Houston Texans. They
Facts.
need offensive line help, but they don't have a lot of holes elsewhere. So stuff like that. So you're going to see some run on some tackles.
Yeah, you got it. You talking? Yeah, the next pick is coming in with the Giants, but yeah, I think it was a great pick. Reminds me of that Joe Thomas pick from Cleveland, who was a legendary tackle and made big wonders, all pro and more for those Cleveland Browns.
And already.
This is the pick I'm mad at.
It's a
The
flood.
Giants.
Uh-oh,
The Giants.
here they come.
Hold on.
Got them big bodies.
Hold on.
The Giants at 10 take Francis Manoa from Miami.
Yes,
So
sir.
I mean, here come the run on offensive linemen.
Back to back.
Yep. This was another one that could have gone where Fano went. This is another one.
So let me ask y'all a question.
Woo, hold on,
like
T1. Hold on, before you cook, bro.
Go ahead, baby.
The Dolphins now have the 11th and 12th pick.
Yes, sir.
No,
hold on. They traded with Dallas. They traded with Dallas.
Hold on. Dallas now has the 11th pick, bro.
Oh, they just swapped?
Oh, so they just swapped.
Cooking with
Dallas
fish grease.
Yeah, Dallas.
Fish grease.
Go ahead, T1. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had to.
Oh no, I kind of like the way this second offensive lineman walked in, and I feel like he might be a little better than the first offensive lineman, but I don't know none of them. But I like that guy right there. And Dallas probably got a stud.
Let me say this before I jump real quick. I'll be right back. I got to go take care of something. Cowboys are taking downs.
Oh yeah,
that's what.
There's no doubt. This pick right here. This is why they moved up. They love Caleb Downs. He's off the board right here.
Hold up, Dallas got 11 and 12.
No, Dallas got 11.
Right now, say 11 and 12 for Dallas. Dallas 11, Dallas 12, the Rams 13. That's what my TV say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There went Miami. Dallas 11, Miami 12. All right. They fixed it. They fixed it. All right. But man, I hope we have a great one at that offensive tackle position. I like that other one a little bit. Just off of the eye test, but you know, I guess they pretty much about the same. So that's cool. So we know we going wide receiver with that second pick for Cleveland. And I can't even put my bingo hat on because we don't even have a first round pick because we got that what's that defensive tackle up out of New York, which I love. And I'm good with that. Yes, sir. I'm good with that. Take this first round pick. I'm good with that. What
I
you
thought that was a
think
huge
about
pickup.
that, Moss? We didn't get to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we did. You missed the stream,
You
bro.
missed the
Yeah,
stream yesterday.
I no, not we, but me and Moss, we, because I wasn't. I'll be missing all type of streams, man. Don't throw me out there like that, folks. I'll be absent. I'll be trying to be. I'll be trying to be present when I can be present. Don't throw me up under the bus like that, baby.
No, it ain't like that, man. I know you a
No
busy
doubt,
man.
no doubt, no doubt,
You the man of many hats, man. We know
no
you be
doubt,
busy. But we
no
did
doubt.
cook on him and I felt like that was a great pickup. I would have did
I
the
did
same
too.
thing.
I did too. I thought, hey, listen, I would have did that 6 months ago. You know what I mean? Go ahead, take this first up out of here. I know I got a dog down there. I just lost a dog defensive end, so hopefully we can get it together on that defensive side for Cincinnati next year.
Yeah, that's a great comment right there too. They definitely appreciate that. Martinez 6014. He said Utah definitely be getting overlooked when it comes to that offensive tackle and them boys in the league making things happen. I totally agree with him on that.
So we all in agreement that Downs is finna go to Dallas right here.
I think so. I think so for sure. I mean, what are their needs, and like, could it be
Dallas,
Baines? Could it
Dallas
be
is going
Baines?
to
Do they feel like Baines is an end that they can put out there, and like y'all saying he a dog?
yeah,
I'm
but
saying his arms is too short for the NFL, and I'm sorry, but
here's the thing with Dallas, TY. They switching to a 3-4. They do need defensive help. They do need a safety. They could use an edge.
Yeah.
Baines is a dog though. Like, and I think I've been tampered with, and they trying to make me talk about his arm length and all of that stuff. So I'll take that back. I like Baines. He killed my Buckeyes. So, and we got big Buckeyes with big arm length, and he was out there having his way.
It's really a tough pick for me, man. Like Dallas really have the football in they field, and they at the 10-yard line trying to get into the playoffs with this pick and possibly push themselves towards NFC Championship, Super Bowl aspirations. I think if you think about Ezekiel Elliott, thinking of a Buckeye on the offensive side, he came in to change the franchise. So could it be a Buckeye on the defensive side to do the same thing? I think they get Downs. I think there's no other way. They have to get Downs right here in order to make that defense shift. You have guys up front. I think that can get the job done with some additions in the rest of the offseason upcoming. And you have more picks available as well.
Yeah, I agree with you, boss. I think you get that quarterback of your defense back there with Caleb Downs. He definitely can get the job done. He's one of the best football players, period. And however many years he was playing in college football, he's been the best player, if not 2 or 3, if not the best. So I think this would be an excellent pick here. Quarterback of that defense. Jerry Jones, don't screw this up.
We know this is.
Go ahead, Moss.
I was about to say it's Dallas. You know how Jerry Jones is. He might shock us with an offensive lineman. You just don't know.
You know what? You're right. He might do that. You know what? It's Jerry Jones, baby. You know, he might take the quarterback from Bama, bro.
Yeah, because they've been talking about Dak. It's been questions looming about him, and can he get them over the hump? I think this is a year where all that money that he has, I think he has to get the job done this year. When it comes to Dallas, they're in a position to make a big change, offensively, defensively, really whichever way they want to go. So you got to run it back, like you said, from Notre Dame and Price.
Renee, I think Price is going 32nd to the Seahawks. That's where I think JD Price is going, and that would be a hell of an addition to that team. And just think, if JD Price goes in the first round, right, he would be a running back that didn't start, that got drafted in the first round of the NFL, bro. That's crazy work.
Well, go back to the back. Well, he's the backup quarterback right now. The Tampa Bay, Kyle Trask, that kid never started the game.
Pick is in. Pick is in.
I'm
Pick
about
is
to
in.
say, there he is.
Mr. Downs is a
Called it.
Dallas
Who called
Cowboy.
it? Who called it?
I
Who
think I
called
think
down for the Cowboys?
I think we all got that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was called. Cowboys loved him, and you know what? I mean, what better uniform can you put on going into your rookie year in
Anything but
in
that one.
NFL? Like I know, but I'm not a Cowboy fan. I was my first teams were the Steelers and the Raiders because I didn't know that I was supposed to be a Browns and a Bengals fan. Those were my first teams, the Steelers and the Raiders, and I still love them. And since I was a Steelers fan, y'all know what that means. Hate the Cowboys, always will. But that iconic uniform that Caleb Downs will have the opportunity to put on, man, tell me I'm wrong, man. If that ain't a great uniform to put on going into the NFL and you got a little bag to go along with it.
Yeah, I think this was a hell of a pick. Jerry Jones did not screw this one up. I think this is what they needed. I think he's going to improve that defense day one. And we'll see if Dallas can make some noise with this pick because we know they got a hell of an offense, man. And like I said, they switching to a 3-4. We'll see if that helps them as well. Anything else to add on this pick, y'all?
Nah, I think we all saw this one coming.
For sure. What do y'all think Miami does here? Do y'all think Lemon is the pick?
I think Miami. I think Miami needs a wide receiver, cornerback, and edge. And I'll throw my guess for pick here is going to be that they stay in the city and bring Reuben Bain.
I like that because when you was talking about the offensive side of the ball, who's their quarterback? Who's Miami's quarterback?
Miami's quarterback is a dude from
Malik.
Green Bay. Malik, yeah.
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Willis.
Miami in a bad position right now, man. They got to figure it out.
Miami need a receiver, though.
I think.
I mean,
Miami
they
don't
need
got
a
no wide
quarterback that's going to throw in the ball.
They have 0 wide receivers, bro. All
Yeah,
they
they
wide
got
receivers.
Zero
gone.
quarterbacks. If you got Malik Willis, I mean, you gotta somebody who has been in the league. Yeah, he got drafted high, but that's your QB.
If you seen Malik Willis during Jordan Love's injuries while he was in Green Bay, he really stepped up. If you take Malik Willis away from Green Bay is not the team and get into the playoffs. Malik Willis has earned this spot. I think Malik Willis, if you put Mekhi Lemon with this Miami team, reason they got rid of Jalen Waddle is because they seen something in Mekhi Lemon. I think that's the reason they made this trade to get in this position, knowing Dallas would take Downs, and they have another wide receiver, I think, in a couple of years that could possibly exceed what Waddle has done in Miami with this new wide receiver core. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I think Willis could be special. He's gonna get a shot.
I agree
down
with
in
whoever
Miami.
that was down there. That's it. Miami need everything. I agree with him, and
100
I like Willis.
100%. Miami does need everything. But you don't go out there and go get Malik Willis and sign him to the type of money you sign him to and not give him no type of weapon. You got to, bro.
How many years they signed him for, though? I wonder. You remember?
Probably two. It's probably two. Definitely no more than three. Pick is in, y'all.
Like 4 or 5 years.
I'm just curious because I'm wondering if Miami's he's going to be the Band-Aid that leads us to next year's quarterback deep draft.
Wow.
3 years, 67.5 million. And they get the offensive lineman to help them.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's a lot of money for somebody that's not proven.
They got Vic Proctor.
Girl,
This
hey.
pick is the reason they did what they. I think when you look at a team like Miami, what they've been able to do having a quarterback that's successful. If you take Tua's injuries away, who knows what this Miami team could have been? I think they're trying to build some in similar ways, but they getting that help up front. And when you get a guy like Proctor, you know, we talked about 8 to 9 offensive linemen going this first round. I think we starting to see, and it's a possibility that they can go off this board in a boatload. So I think this secures some things for Willis and helps out what Miami's building to be a team in that AFC East.
Hey, that's the third lineman pick. The record is 9.
It's jumping up. It's jumping up. Them linemen coming up out of here.
Appreciate everyone tuning in as well this evening.
Them linemen jumping up off the board. But man, I mean, it's actually really just a wait and see with Willis, and they threw him the bag. And you also got to understand that it's the fit, and this could possibly fit for Willis. You know what I mean? It could possibly fit for him, but right now this is a wait and see game, and Miami gambled with him. But it's the wait and see game, and you know they got him a little bit of help on that offensive front. So, I mean, we'll just see. And then they put 2 years on the line with it, and a big bag. So, and I like Willis. So let me just put that out there to you. I like him as a quarterback, big, strong arm quarterback. I like him. So let's see if he fits with Miami and can turn Miami around. I thought Tua was good, but you know he wasn't able to be a franchise quarterback that could turn that franchise around.
Isn't it amazing? Like the year before Tua was drafted, everybody was talking about tank for Tua, and I wish Tua nothing but the best, but it just goes to show, man, you really don't know how good these players are going to be when they're in college. My man Renee Martinez. So you were talking about Notre Dame. Is there any more colleges that have produced running backs like a Notre Dame? Because he broke down Ricky Waters, Jerome Bettis, Jonas Gray, Ryan Grant, Dorsey Levens. Yeah, that's a hell of a slew of running backs, man.
I mean, Miami got not Miami, but Alabama has a nice little resume for running backs as well. You know, they're definitely not Buckeyes, but I'm saying Alabama got a nice. Well, according to the draft, like Alabama put some little things out here too, and none of them names really. I mean, they was all right.
Yeah, no doubt. There's definitely been some RBs out of the Golden Dome for sure.
For sure.
Hell, Oklahoma's had a few. Texas has had a few. You can make a list of hella from all kinds of colleges. But yeah, Notre Dame. Yeah, that's hard to compete with. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a nice run, but I mean, you could even have, you know, like Arkansas had a little run. They have a few running backs coming up out of there. You know, everybody gets their little runs where they have some running backs that, you know, hit the field and do some big things and do some great things and move on.
What are the Rams are on the clock, fellas, at 13. This has to be Mekhi Lemon, right?
Has to be.
That'll be who. That'll be a 3-core.
What are their needs? What are their needs?
I think just the fact that you can have a trio of Adams, Lemon, and Puka Nacua for a Matthew Stafford is absolutely money, cash money.
Yeah. If you want to say, let me outscore you, and and see if we can go from there. I like that. I like how you put that post game.
Your needs are wide receiver, tackle, cornerback. So Lemon's got to be the pick here to me.
I'm going Makai Lemon. I think that's what they'll get. This is who you wanted and felt they would get too.
Hey, I ain't gonna be mad at this.
Could this pick be a pick?
I wouldn't be mad about this at all.
Casey, it's been a lot of buzz,
y'all. The pick is in.
It's been a lot of buzz around KC Concepcion as of late in the draft.
He's electric.
I hope he dropped down to Cleveland because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for real, I'm salty that we didn't get Tate because everything about this draft said that the Buckeye wide receiver was gonna be able to stay home and go to Cleveland. Everything about it, every single mock draft, everything. To miss out, it hurts a little bit, for real.
Cam and Tate. That's going to be a special delivery over there.
It's like that, though. I ain't even mad about it. I'm not mad about that connection because I want my Buckeye receivers to continue to go to the NFL and produce in a major way so that they know you better get you one. You know what I mean? You better get you one. And I think Cleveland would have got him if he was available. So I couldn't be mad at Cleveland for not taking him if he was available and they didn't take him and took an offensive tackle like some of these mock drafts that you've seen. But man, get you a Buckeye receiver. I don't care about nothing. And any one of you can tell me any other position where it's like get you one. I know it's get you a Buckeye receiver. Can y'all give me another one? Position where it's like get you a Notre Dame running back because we just talked about the running back. We know them Buckeye receivers. Get you one.
Get you a Florida State defensive tackle because we out there. Get you a Florida State defensive end. We out there. Fish, Jared Verse, talking about the Rams and them getting the ring already in their young NFL career. So I'm going to talk about it. Florida State defensive tackle university. We in them trenches. I'm going to just say it. Why not?
Anybody agree with that? SEC, you agree with what Moss said?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. That's pretty true. I mean, the only thing we've really put out that's done much is offensive linemen out of A&M. We've got a few defensive ends that have done pretty well. One transitioned to linebacker, Von Miller, and the other one is wreaking havoc on people up there in Cleveland.
Oh, y'all, the pick is
Von Miller, Hall of Famer. And who's that other one up in Cleveland that you speak of? SEC Sean
Garrett.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. The pick is in.
Let's go.
Rams 13.
Whoa.
Tell that boy Moss ain't talking what he talk about. That boy Ty Sims. See y'all. Come on, man.
I still ain't rocking with it. Y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Man, listen, that kid's special.
I'm gonna need to see it. I don't see it. I'm sorry. And then number 12, the second best quarterback at number 12 in that cut. I would like to see it. But the great thing is he does not have to get rushed into anything. He can sit back and learn, and that's what can make him a great quarterback.
Bingo.
He gets to sit.
Bingo.
Matthew Stafford. Where else? What? That's prime. You get to sit behind Matthew Stafford and learn. Man,
that's a great place for him to go. I don't know if I would have paid that. It seems like you would have been able to get him later in the draft, but wow. But what a great place for Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk my shizzle about Ty Sizzle because he's gonna be sizzling when he get his time. Because
he's gonna be sizzling, holding the clipboard. Ain't no nothing, man. Stop
Let me finish what I was saying. He gonna be sizzling when he get his time to get in, as he learned from an All-Pro in Matthew Stafford. and a possible team that could be in the Super Bowl this year, NFC Championship, and more. Now, let me tell you about this Simpson kid. After he lost to Florida State, like I've been talking about since we've been doing this draft, everybody, let me talk my talk. Let me talk my talk. Everybody been talking about Ty Simpson and what he can't do. This kid is in this draft. He just got picked 13 for a reason. So you cannot hate on what this kid's ability to do when it comes to throwing that football and making it happen. I think Ty Simpson is right where he need to be. He's going to be able to start his career with Nakua, who I feel like will still be in with the Rams uniform, and leave out possibly throwing balls to Devontae Adams who will end out. I think he's good where he's at, and I think he's going to shock a lot of people.
What you got, SEC?
He was definitely the second best quarterback in this draft. Was he 12th or 13th? I don't know. I mean, I think you might have been able to trade back a couple slots and still get him, and maybe add some other assets. But again, you get to go forward and learn behind the greatest to ever do. And that's a win-win for this kid.
Listen, I'm not mad at this pick because the only thing about Ty Simpson was, did he have did he have enough time in college? Because quarterbacks who normally don't have as many starts in college normally bust in the NFL. But I will say, with him going to the Rams and he's not forced to start early, he can sit on the bench and learn and develop. I think this is an ideal landing spot for Ty Simpson. I would have loved to see them grab Mekhi Lemon, but in this scenario, I like it, man. I'm not mad at this pick.
And then just think about it. Last time we seen something like this with a great quarterback, you think of Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. It was over in Green Bay. It was cold. You know, you think about that cold. So they going west and coming to Los Angeles now. And you're going to be seeing the warm weather, all these good things. Like I said, I think Ty Simpson is one of those ones that's going to get out there when his time comes and be ready to produce. McVay told Stafford, as you just seen on the draft, if you're watching it for some, he told Stafford, whenever you're ready, Ty Simpson is going to be here, man. So Ty is ready to get to work under an all-pro, as well as that great organization. They've been doing big things since McVay been there. So I think this is a product of what's to come in the years.
You feel it? You ain't feeling it, T1?
No, I was just looking at the TV. No, I think it's a great pick. I think it's a great pick, and especially for a first-round quarterback that you have no plans of starting whatsoever. You're just going to sit and learn, which a lot of these quarterbacks should be doing in the first round instead of going in and, you know, they put all that pressure on them to win games, just like a Cam Ward in Tennessee. It would have been great for him to have been able to learn for a year or for some games before he got out there. But I think this is a great position for Ty Simpson.
And the Baltimore Ravens at 14 just take the big guard out of Penn State, Iona. If I'm saying his last name right, if I'm not, I apologize. But where you got on this pick, SEC?
I mean, I think this makes sense. I think Baltimore needed to do some more work on that line to help Lamar out. Just, I wanted to see what their needs were real quick. They were looking cornerback, safety, and DT, so everything projected to them going defense. But I think they know they need to have a couple more linemen on there to help protect Lamar. We all know Lamar is the face of that team, and they're going to go as far as Lamar can take them. And if he ain't playing, we saw it doesn't go well.
Where you got on this, Moss?
I think Vega's a great pick. You know, you're thinking about somebody that could stuff, pancake, clear holes, not just for Lamar, but I'm thinking Henry. as we've seen, fumbles caused Baltimore a couple games. And I think when you get Vega, you give Henry the thought, man, I could get behind him. I'm not going to be loose with the ball thinking about certain things. Nothing against the ones that was there or that's been there. But Vega, young, sturdy, big body, strong. We know what he could do when he's protecting that quarterback. We know his rate when it comes to the block. He's one of the top pass blockers coming out of college. So coming into the NFL, I think he can just increase everything he did at the college level to make Baltimore and this Lamar Jackson team have a great run as well.
Yeah, the time is now for Baltimore, man. They gotta get it done. They gotta get the job done. Lamar Jackson isn't getting any younger. Um, they switched the coaching staff. Lamar Jackson has to stay healthy. I believe a wide receiver came out last week or earlier this week and said they were practicing in pass every single practice. I believe that's a big no-no in the NFL, and probably the reason why that team stayed injured. So the time is now for Baltimore picking up a good offensive lineman. I think was money. So we'll see if they'll be able to put it all together in that AFC. What is it, East?
Yes, sir.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. Oh, go ahead, SEC.
What'd you just say about the AFC East?
The AFC East, right? Baltimore, Cincy,
No, AFC
Cleveland.
North.
AFC North. I'm tripping. You're right.
You're all right.
What do you got? What do you got Tampa Bay doing here?
Man, I kind of wish Zay was in here because this is his team. I'd like to see what he thinks.
For
They
sure.
need edge, cornerback, defensive tackle. So
Could Bane go here?
that's, I mean, Bane, Messidor. Do they need a receiver to replace Mike Evans? They need a tight end, according to Zay. So Sadiq.
Yeah, he said Sadiq. He'd be
That's-
happy with Sadiq or Thieneman.
Could you get a Malachi Lemon here?
Ooh.
I mean, you lost Mike Evans. I mean, he would know more about their glaring needs. And I think Zay's always been saying they need to get help on defense more than anything right now.
Yeah.
But he also, I know he did mention that they need to get some help for Baker too. So, I mean, take it for what it's worth. I could see Lemon. I could see Bane. I could see Messidor. Either the tight end or the safety out of Oregon. Tampa Bay's kind of wide open to me. They got a couple ways they could go here, but I'll make a pick and I'll say they go. I think they go defensive edge, and I think they go Bane.
What say you, Moss?
Man, I don't know what it is about this Cassius Howe kid from out of Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's what Tampa Bay, when you think of the defensive ends and the way they played at Tampa Bay, they were hybrid. They played that defensive end, but they could drop back and cover. I think he brings that type of dominant, but that I don't want to mix the word up, but I think he brings that dynamic to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. That's who I went with in the draft. I keep looking at his name when it comes to it, but I think Bane, he reminds me of a McCoy that played at Tampa Bay as well years ago. So I think they go Bane or Cassius Howe from out of Texas A&M. That's just my thoughts.
I'm starting to think the Jets gonna take Lemon at 16.
Yeah, they like them
Yeah,
short.
I think if Lemon doesn't go here, he goes there.
Yeah.
That would be a wise pick. Believe it or not, I'm actually hoping Cassius Howe falls to 24. I really am. I want, even though it'd be against my Bengals, man, he gets to sit there and learn from Miles, both A&M dudes. I mean, Miles will teach him exactly what he needs to do and how to do it.
And that, like, it's something that you say that because I really thought of Myles Garrett when I watched him the first couple times. They showed you guys a lot throughout this past season and the season before. Just watching him, he reminded me of him more this year compared to the year before. You could just tell that work that he put in. So I like it.
Pick is in, fellas. The commissioner is walking to the podium.
Getting on out there, man. Get your strut on there, your less suity suit, brother.
Ooh, good call, SEC.
They got
Good call,
that.
SEC. Good call, SEC.
Hey, guy, I'm telling you, bro, he dangerous, bro.
Did any of y'all see Ruben Bain falling this far? Or is this right where y'all thought he would go?
I actually thought Ruben Bain would go a little bit lower. Like not like 12 picks lower, but like maybe 2 or 3 more picks. I think the questions on his arm length kind of maybe pushed it. If he had the arm length of, say, Hakeem Mesidor, I think Ruben Bain's in the top 10. But I think that was the knock on it a little bit. So I think he's about right.
You give Bain that kind of arm length, I thought he would have been the first edge off the board.
That's possible too, yeah.
What you got on this, Moss?
I think Zay is happy. I think the only reason he's where he at is because they say what they say about his arm length. Other than that, I felt he should have went a little higher. I mean, this is just my opinion. I think he's a sure talent. And I think the way he's walking out to get his jersey, his hat, he's looking to make a lot of people pay for him going as low as he did. But I think Zay is going to love this pick halfway through the season. Ruben Bain will be a name that people sit back and say, man, that arm strength is excellent. Because that's all they talk about. If you only can talk about one thing to try to leave his draft stock out the window, let that be, man. This kid is special talent, man. I see him doing big things this season for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he's a ferocious pass rusher. I love Ruben Bain. I didn't see him falling to 15. I mean, but I think Tampa Bay, and as you mentioned, One Take Zay is happy with this pick. I think he can have a long career, man. And you know, what better place to do it than Florida?
There you go.
They're showing his highlights, you know, and you sit there and watch it, and you see him. I mean, first off, that's what they're saying. He was trained and coached by Jason Taylor. I mean, come on. I mean, but you watch his highlights, and he went against A&M, who had a good offensive line. All, 4 of them are in the draft this year. Ohio State has, good linemen. Indiana had good linemen. Bam, and he's just abusing these people. Like he's just moving them out of the way. And these are 350-pound dudes, and he's just chucking them. And then he's using the speed. The first highlight they showed was him getting through the gap and chasing down Mendoza.
Yep.
I mean, this kid's electric. So
great pick. I like it.
For sure, man.
Yeah, definitely not mad at it.
What the Jets gonna do at 16, fellas?
This is, man, it's tough, man.
Let me go look at the Jets real quick. So their needs are quarterback, wide receiver, edge. And they already went David Bailey. So they got an edge already. They're not going to go with a second edge.
Got to get Lemon
so you're
right
looking
here.
They're not going to go quarterback here because the next quarterback that I would see off the board is probably Nussmeier. So I don't see that happening. So I got to see. I mean, Aaron Glenn likes defense. He could go Jermod McCoy out of Tennessee, the cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you got to have the ability to push the ball down the field. So I think the Jets went defense. I think they go offense. Lemon makes sense here.
Do y'all like the addition of Geno Smith to the Jets?
I like Geno Smith, man. I think he could get Garrett Wilson a football for sure. I think you're talking about a journeyman. I like him being with the Jets. I think it gives them at least a better shot than nothing against them having, Fields or anything, but I think it gives them a better shot to win games and build around outside of building around Justin Fields, I would say. And I think they get Lemon. That's my thoughts on this pick. And
Nope, they don't get Lemon.
wow. I think this is special. Gino loves his tight ends. We know what he did with that year with Brock Bowers over in Oakland. I mean, Las Vegas, when he played that year with Brock Bowers out of Georgia, he had a special season. So I think this goes to show why they brought him in. The Jets could have been looking at a lot of things pre-draft. They've been taking a time, but they've picks has come in, and there's been some great picks. And you know, the city of New York is loving it. You know, we're not talking about Mickey D's, of course, but I love your coffee.
Listen, they get another offensive weapon. Geno Smith, no, he isn't the greatest quarterback, but I think he's serviceable until they're able to land their franchise guy.
Yeah.
But getting a guy like Kenyon Sadiq to go with Jared Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, that's kind of solid, man. I like it. I like it. I mean, Brees Hall at running back with Braylon Allen. That's solid, man.
I think they offense just upgraded major from last season, just from the addition of Geno Smith and his rookie Kenyon Sadiq. I think he's a definite slot that can make things happen coming in at a tight end position. I think he's very versatile in what he could do and bring to this team as well.
Yeah, man.
My biggest question.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, my biggest question on Sadiq, and I didn't watch him a lot. I'm gonna throw that out there. Is he going to be more wide receiver-ish, or is he a good block? Can he block? You know what I'm saying? Because he's drafted as a tight end. So are you getting more of a almost like a Jason Witten type, just mainly a pass catcher, or are you getting somebody that can do both? Is he a good blocker?
I think you would agree with this too, SEC. I think Witten was bound. I think he could do both. I think Sadiq coming into the NFL is definitely more of a pass catcher. You think about his speed running in the 4.3s, him being able to get up that middle. You can move him around the field, create mismatches, and then take some pressure off Garrett Wilson and Adonai Mitchell. I like this pick, man. I got to disagree with Zay, though. I do not think Geno is a long-term plan for any franchise. I just don't, man. I think he's serviceable. He'll be in there for a year or two, but I think the Jets are definitely planning on getting a franchise quarterback in next year's draft.
Well, for sure. Who we got next? Detroit.
O-line?
Yeah, I mean, Detroit's needs are edge, DT, offensive tackle. I think we go tackle here. I think we go the
Monroe.
Could be Monroe Feeling out of Georgia. Is that who you're talking about?
Yep.
I think it's either him or the other Utah kid.
Yeah, he still is on the board.
Yeah. He's on the board. Feelings on the board. There's a couple others on the board, too. Let me see which ones are on the board here. Offensive tackle.
Got McDonald on the board for Ohio State.
Hey, hold it down for me, fellas.
You got the Brazil from that Oregon. You got Hood out there for Penn State. Of course, Proctor is out there. It's quite a few of them that's still out there, when it comes to that. So,
yeah, I think if they're going tackle, it's got to be either Monroe Freeling or Caleb Lomu. Sorry about that, but from Utah.
Yeah,
I think if they go, that's what I got to say. I could see Freeling here, though. Monroe, I could see him coming out of Georgia to go here, but man, all the talk this year about Utah when you watch them play was those two tackles, those two bridges.
They're brutal.
Yeah. So I go I'll agree with Zay on this one too, and I'll go Lamu out of Utah here.
And like 6104 said, man, them boys from Utah, man, they huge. And, some of them, and I forget what you call it, they, respective tribals and things like that. I think if a lot of people really look into what they do, the mental and physical aspect of that is different. And you add football to it, that you talking about a stone wall for real. So
Yeah,
I think these guys is great, man.
Yeah, that's there's a high school down in Texas, Euless Trinity. That's a bunch of I want to say Samoans,
Mm-hmm.
and dude, their offensive line is just mammoth every year, and they just pro grade people. And they do the haka before everything, like you've seen the New England.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they do that before all the games.
Yeah.
It scared the hell out of me if I was on the other team.
I watch it. I think that's the same thing. I thought like that. If I seen a bunch of them doing this, I'd be sitting back like, what's going on?
Yeah,
the pick is coming in commission.
Yep.
Yeah, making this.
Did you see the pic in the group text? Do you see the picture your uncle and him sit?
Yeah, I seen it. I'm putting a thumbnail together. I'm gonna work on some stuff.
We got your uncle in there, and then we got Parlay Poe going with the old school Flavor Flav look.
Yeah. They kicking it, man.
Boy, aren't they?
That's my boss, man. That's KT, my boss, man. So it'd just be good to see when they doing stuff like that. I could just remember being young, and as this pick come in.
See, I think real quick on Zay, like he said, McCoy's knee must be bad. I think that's scaring a lot of people off, missing a whole year. So
yeah,
but he was locked down the year before.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they've been praising him highly and talking about how great the skill is. And they take the offensive tackle, Blake Miller.
Oh wow, that's high for Miller.
Wow.
That's high for Blake Miller. Blake Miller.
I don't even think he was projected to go into the second round.
No, I think he was projected real late first round. But
late first round. I know we didn't project it. I'm just going I'm going off of our projections mostly. I know we did a third and fourth. I didn't see, but wow.
He's from Strongsville, Ohio. Huh.
Shout out to all the people from here, man, from Ohio. I looked at a post about a lot of people that's come from Ohio, man, that stepped into the NFL, man. We got quite, a bit of athletes right here in our backyard in Central Ohio.
I got to watch this now because now I'm wondering, that's what I thought. His younger brother is the linebacker we got at A&M.
Yeah. It's a lot of it's a lot of talent. If you really, I'll be trying to, grab so much of the talent that's here. But if we look at this pick, coming out of Clemson, if we look at Blake Miller, just watch the space he creates, the lanes and the way he holds his block, his technique, his skill. And for his size, I think when you think of the NFL weight room, as they call it, the trenches, I think he's only going to get better, stronger, faster, and much more of that protection that you need for Goff, coming into this season, moving forward as he, continues to be that Iron Man in his late, going into year 17, 18 for Goff, maybe.
The Minnesota Vikings pick is in, and they take the big defensive tackle from Florida, Caleb Banks. I believe that's the first defensive tackle off the board.
Wow. Yeah.
What y'all think about this dude?
Outside of wow.
6'6", 327.
Whew. I think this is a great pick. You got to think of a team in Minnesota. They're trying to find an identity on defense as well.
Everybody had Thieneman going to Minnesota. What you got, SEC?
Phenomenal athlete, was injured a little bit this year at Florida. But when he plays, he's a game changer. Think it's a little high for him, but this is why I'm sitting on my couch watching the draft and not in a war room with an NFL team too, I guess. So I still think I thought it was a little high for him. I think in projections we had him going in the mid-20s. So not a bad pick. Like I said, when the kid's healthy, dude, he's a game changer. He's a monster up front. So that's my take on him.
Like you said, man, just when he's on the field, he's a freak. You know, he's something special. I think for me, when you speak on Banks, it's just staying healthy. If Banks could stay healthy, I think sky's the limit for this talent that we see. Because if you go through Saturday's college football season and go look at the games that Florida was in and the games where Florida were getting spanked, you know if Banks is playing or if Banks is not playing. I think he was that big of a factor for Florida, and I think he brings that to this Vikings defense. They're looking for someone to change the game. I can't think of the name. Post way back, man, way back in the Chris Carter day. Changed the game for that Minnesota defense when they picked him up in the draft. I can't think of the name. It's right off the top of my head, but I think
Was
he
it
could bring
John Randall?
John Randall. There we go. Appreciate you, man. I think he could do the same thing as Randall did for Minnesota. I'm sorry, and be that game changer. Young, talented. We see the potential. Get through this injury curve, and you'll be special.
Did y'all see him being the first defensive tackle off the board?
No. Y'all both. What'd you say, SEC, Sean?
You on mute.
Sorry, I was coughing there for a minute, so I muted myself. I didn't see him as the first one off the board, but the potential's there. But I didn't see him as the first one off the board. Zay didn't have him in the first round.
Yeah.
I had him in the first round. Just I didn't have him as the first DT off the board. That's for sure.
Well, it's interesting, guys, because I was listening to an analyst who said had he came out last year, he would have been a top 10 pick.
I could believe that. I could have believed that. He was a game. He was even. Man, I don't want to say he was better last year, but I mean he was better last year. Due to he missed a few games this year because of injury, but last year he was even more of a game wrecker. And Zay, I'm not saying that that's my comp for him. I'm saying that's the comp because Jay said they comped him to Chris Jones. The comp I saw was Kinlaw, Javon Kinlaw. That was ESPN's comp, so take that for what it's worth too. But.
Fellas, y'all want to go through the whole first round, or do y'all want to end it at 24?
Where we at?
It's up to y'all.
We got a couple more minutes. We can go through till 10. We don't want to go over the 2 hour mark as well. We gotta remember that 2 hour.
We could always stop it. But we can stop and re-crank it up too if we need to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it at 2.
Okay. Well,
I can't remember the last time we streamed this long.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. I told you it was gonna be a 2 hour stream. We're gonna get there. We're gonna have to go before 2, so I ain't gotta go all crazy and doing all my edits. But nah, we should be good. I should be able to cook some stuff up, man. Just any picks so far. Anyone that's not got their name called up until this point, that kind of ring bells to anyone, anybody that you think about or we've talked about even throughout the draft process.
Yeah, I think I'm a little surprised Mekhi Lemon is still on the board. I think he's going to be a heck of a receiver. I think Thieneman from Oregon, a lot of people, like every mock I saw, had him going to Minnesota. So
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, McCoy. I mean, there's a lot of people saying Caden McDonald would have been off the board by now.
Yeah.
There went the Panthers with Freeland.
Yeah. He just grabbed him. Jay was right. One take, man. One take pulled that. Said they was gonna get Freeland.
Dallas.
Just think about the Panthers. They got the picks last year, and then they went into the offseason and got right. Ended up in the playoffs for the first time in quite a long time. You know, after all the talk about them earlier in the season. Just thinking, Post. I'm gonna start with you. Any teams out there, real quick, before we get up out of here? I know we winding down. That could really take one of these draft picks and make that kind of change like we've seen in Carolina, AFC or NFC.
I mean, first of all, I gotta say this was a heck of a pick for the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think getting Bryce Young some protection, bolstering that offensive line is only going to do him some good with Chuba Hubbard, Tedderroy, McMillan, and those guys. Hopefully they can build on this success they had last year. Now, you said, are there any teams? I'm sorry.
You good. Any teams, like, because you know how I was with Carolina last season and seeing how they draft process went and then into the offseason. You think any team that's made a move in the draft can take that carryover into the offseason and have a display like Carolina did and get to the playoffs?
The Eagles and Cowboys traded.
The Eagles select Malachi Lemon.
Yep.
Listen, fellas, I think they're gonna trade AJ Brown now.
Yeah,
I really do. Taking Makai Lemon here, getting a slot guy who a lot of people compare him to Amon-Ra. I don't know if he's going to be that level of receiver, but I think Makai Lemon is a heck of a pick for the Eagles, man. What say y'all?
Man, I love it. I like it even more because the fact that I spoke about Jalen Hurts, I don't think we've seen the best of him. I think, like you said, Brown is gone. I think Lemon comes in, and you know with lemons, you can make lemonade. So I think they about to make some of that Philly brotherly lemonade with Lemon there. And I think it's going to be something special. I think he fits this Eagles team. I think you think about the June that made the defensive splash young. I think Lemon comes in and make that instant impact right away, like the June did on the defensive side for Philly in his rookie season. I think this is a great pick for Philly.
What you got, SEC?
Yeah, I mean, it's not very often you see the Cowboys and Eagles doing anything together. But I mean, I think the Eagles really wanted Makai Lemon here, and they were afraid he wasn't going to make it down to them. So they did what they had to do to go get him.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be curious to see what Dallas does now that they drop back a little bit more, see what they do next.
Do you think this solidifies the fact that AJ Brown is going to be traded?
Oh, everything I've seen says it's going to be after June 1st. It'll be done deal. I've seen stuff. It'll be done after June 1st. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But that's a lot of the stuff I'm seeing is Brown to the Patriots.
Man, this has been awesome. It's been really fun. We need to do this every single year. Moss, SEC, Shine, even T1, Zay in the chat, man. Thank y'all. Any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Who they? Appreciate Dexter Lawrence coming through.
Hoping we get some of this called before the end of the first round. But other than that, it's been fun. It's been real. See what happens through the rest of this.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for SEC Shine, from Mossberger, Level Up Sports 10, me on Postgame of Postgame Sports. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.